Mrs. Helen Igwe, the creative designer, Dekuvery fashion. As a little girl, when I was way younger, I've always loved fashion. Back then, my people, I'm actually the last one of my house.
Okay.
So my elder ones will always pick these small, small designs that fall off clothes, drop it on top of the wardrobe because they believe Helen will always know what to use it for. It was a difficult part of running this business since I would say in three different aspects. Staffing, dealing with we deal with the public.
Yes.
So we meet different people here.
Yes.
The third one is in the creative aspect where you need to think. Sometimes we have to work up late.
Oh.
Like we stay up late here. So several times I felt like okay, let me just I shall not go and dust my certificate like this.
To do 9 to 5.
To do 9 to 5, but then I thought about it. Like I love this. I love this. I actually started working at a point, didn't work up to 3 months. I said no.
So to be in the business world, you need to have a thick skin. You need to put your mind towards doing what you want to do and getting that particular goal.
I would say people don't get to talk about how difficult it is to satisfy some customers and how difficult it is to create something that you're not the one that was the original creator of that stuff.
Welcome to another episode of BizLab where we share and uncover real stories from business owners. You know, it's easy to spot a thriving business. At the same time, we are quick to judge failing and falling businesses. But then, until you hear from the horse's mouth, it hits differently. Today, we are delighted to be joined by Mrs. Helen Igwe, who would be sharing her entrepreneurial journey with us, the experiences that have shaped her value and brought her to the path on which she is at, and of course, valuable insights she would have to share with us for people who own businesses and people who intend to start businesses. Thank you, Mrs. Helen Igwe, for accepting to be with us.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you. So, please, can you do a bit of introduction of yourself and what this brand is about?
Okay, Mrs. Helen Igwe, the creative designer, Dekuvery fashion. Dekuvery fashion. Most people used to wonder like, what's Dekuvery fashion? It's actually a Greek word which means discover. So, I'm the creative designer.
Dekuvery.
Fashion.
Okay, can you spell Dekuvery for our audience?
Dekuvery.
Oh, that's beautiful. So, how long has Dekuvery been? How long has it?
Um, Let me put my pros and cons together. I would say for like 12 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes, but officially, we it was actually an indoor thing until like 3 years ago when I got married and I felt there's a need for me to bring it out. Before it was just a school thing, indoor thing after marriage and all of that. So I just felt okay, I've been into this. There's now need for bigger expansion. Now we have two shops already. So three in fact three because we just opened one, another one.
You know,
So I just
that's really beautiful. I feel like in life, for you to get to the next stage, most times you just have to be able to get to a particular phase. You know, if you'd listen to when Mrs. Helen spoke, she said it was when she got married that she got the insight, right?
yeah.
So I feel like you have to get to another level to be at another level. Note taken. So the first question we're going to ask you today is, okay, it looks like you have already answered this question, but I believe that there's something more.
Okay.
There's something more, right? So, what was the inspiration behind starting this business?
Okay, the inspiration behind starting this business is actually a very wide one because as a little girl, when I was way younger, I've always loved fashion. Back then, my people, I'm actually the last one of my house.
Okay.
So my elder ones will always pick these small, small designs that fall off clothes, drop it on top of the wardrobe because they believe Helen will always know what to use it for. and I've always been creative.
Wow.
I tried to. That was when I was like very young. I never even knew then like I'm going to venture into this. I will always put one or two things together, needlework and all of that. And when I entered school, my 100 year, then 100 level, I felt like, okay, let me go and learn this.
Yeah.
And within 6 months, a year, I was already good. And that was how I started.
Wow, this is beautiful. So this is more like an inherent skill. It's not something that maybe you saw and say, "Oh, I see this person. I've seen this person do this
Now,
over again." So this is something that's you. That's very beautiful, Mrs. Helen. Being the next question is, what has been the most difficult part of running this business?
the most difficult part of running this business is I would say in three different aspects: staffing, dealing with, we deal with the public.
Yes.
So we meet different people here.
Yes.
The third one is in the creative aspect where you need to think and like, so sometimes it takes me 3 days. I'll still be studying a particular style. So it has been a lot of challenge.
Okay, so that means there have, from what you say, we believe that there have been difficulties. I mean, some people will tell you, "Oh, no, we do not have difficulty." Right. All right, Mrs. Helen, this leads me to the third question that we have for you.
Okay.
Can you share with us sacrifices that you have made so far in overcoming these difficulties that you mentioned?
The aspect of staffing, you have to shuffle them, like try to put them through to for them to understand how you work, because of neatness, neat tailoring, very very important. Then in the aspect of meeting up customer demands, like if we give you 1 week, we try to make it 1 week. So it's a lot of trying to tackle that challenge.
So what I want to tell the audience is like the sacrifices you make, for instance, in having to meet up the demands of the public.
Sometimes we have to work up late.
Oh,
Like we stay up late here, we lock the front door, we
oh
walk
my
through
God.
the back just to meet up. That's why I said when we tell you 1 week is 1 week. You understand?
Apparently, business is not for the weak, but I mean, you can draw strength from Mrs. Helen's. The next question: was there ever a time you felt the need to give up on Kuvri?
Ah, of course. I believe every business owner has actually felt that at one point or the other. It's not just about maybe in the cover or anything.
Yes.
There were times that I felt several times. I felt like, okay, let me just, I shall not go and dust my certificate like this
To do 9 to 5.
to do 9 to 5. But then I thought about it. Like, I love this. I love this. I actually started working at the point, didn't even work up to 3 months. I said, no, I just have to do this. I love this. So I think it's normal.
It's normal. It's normal. It's very normal for you to feel like you want to give up. But one thing is that you don't have to give up.
Exactly.
To be in the business world, you need to have a thick skin. You need to put your mind towards doing what you want to do and getting that particular goal. Okay,
Exactly.
the next question we have for you: what unpopular opinion do you have about the line and nature of your business? What is that one thing that people barely talk about in the fashion industry? This is a fashion industry. We
Yeah.
I don't forgot to mention
Okay.
that when we started, right? This is a fashion industry. And what is that one unpopular opinion or the several unpopular opinions that people don't talk about? When you get into the business, this is what you find. This is what happens. Something like that.
I would say people don't get to talk about how difficult it is to satisfy some customers,
Mm.
and how difficult it is to create something that you're not the one that was the original creator of that particular style. Like you have to sit, look at it. For me, sometimes I would like to give you exactly what is in the picture. Like exactly. I don't like to give you opposite of it. They don't get to talk about it. And I think it's something that they need to talk about. It's complicated.
So, if you are seeing this video and you are about to get into the fashion industry, the one where you join pieces of fabric together, first of all, you have to know that it is beyond joining a piece of fabric together. You have to creatively join this piece of
Exactly.
fabrics, these pieces of fabrics rather, together. So, yeah. So this is one thing that people barely talk about. Okay, the next question. Would you rather start a business based on the profits you would gain or for passion's sake?
I would say on both
Hmm.
because passion goes same time as the profit. You cannot do business without profit, and you cannot do business without passion. If you do business without passion, I mean, you're just going to quit in no time. It's going to be very frustrating. I would say passion if you say I should choose, but I will say I would love to choose both because passion in the long run you need profit. You
Okay.
understand? So
Yes.
for the passion, passion will keep you going. I mean, there are times that your spirit is down and just the passion keeps you going.
Oh.
Sometimes I feel like, oh, let me just drop this thing abeg. And then I just look at a particular style. I say this is beautiful and I pick it up. So the passion keeps you going, it keeps you pushing, keeps you believing in yourself, like you can do this. So passion, I think I'll choose passion.
Okay, on to the next question. What advice can you give to someone starting or already in the same line of business as you? This is the fashion industry, as we mentioned earlier. So, what
Okay,
advice?
I will say just two things. One, please master the skill very well. It's not enough to know how to match machine. Master the skill very well. You need to understand the skill. Secondly, you need to understand the business very well. You know, we have two type of stuff in this our fashion industry. We have bespoke and we have ready to wear. Before I used to join the two together, then over time I get to understand that okay, let me venture into ready to wear
Yes.
before I do bespoke. It's fine if you want to do both, but I think you should have a niche if you're coming into the business, not just after mastering the skill very well. You should have a niche that okay, this is the line I want to venture into. Eventually, like after many years, I said, okay, I think spending too much time on bespoke is too much. Let me go into this. And
Is it possible for you to break it down? When you say bespoke, what do you mean,
bes-
please?
bespoke is all this corset work, beading, traditional attires, fitted like very fitted clothes. But ready to wear are all this bubu free wear. We also have fitted in ready to wear, but not as serious as bespoke.
All right.
Bespoke, yeah.
All right. So, Miss Helen, last question for you. Last question. In what way can our audience show support to your business?
Okay, they can follow us on Instagram, Dekuvery Fashion hyphen Dekuvery hyphen Clothings. That's Dekuvery Clothings on Instagram. You can chat us up on WhatsApp. You can order from us. You can patronize us. I mean, that's enough way to support us. We're too ready to wear anytime your birthday, dedications, your parties. So
So, to our beautiful audience, Mrs. Helen, the ever beautiful, because I mean, she's looking very gorgeous. She looks amazing, right? She has asked
okay.
you for just one thing, to follow her on Instagram. She has asked you to, um, patronize her basically. Sorry, Miss Helen, can you please give an address of this place? Tell us where we can come to meet you, where this your office is at, so that we don't have to, you know.
Okay, we're located at Rumodara
Okay,
off Oporo Road. If you're
okay.
coming from Artillery or if you're coming from Rumodara Junction, Arudi Road, landmark, the closest landmark you can stop is Glorious Academy.
Glorious Academy.
Yes, it's not far from the junction.
Uh,
Glorious Academy is actually trackable, but just tell whatever transport you're driving is Glorious Academy. So we're very visible, we're close to the road, so it's not what is hard to locate.
all right, all right. So one word for someone out there who's struggling, someone out there who's debating on whether or not to start or to go ahead. Just one word
I
for
would
this
say
person.
just do it. I mean, what you believe you can do, there's nothing you think that you cannot achieve. You're the only one stopping yourself. Just start. Don't let anybody discourage you. Everything is possible. As long as you can think it, everything is possible. So you can do it.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Helen Igwe. It was such an amazing time
You're
with you.
welcome.
Thank you for accepting BizLab. Thank you for accepting to be on this interview with
Thank you.
BizLab. We are sincerely grateful.
Thank you very
And
much.
we hope to see your business keep thriving. I mean, it is thriving already, and we hope to
Amen.
see even more people patronize
Amen.
you. Thank you so much. We have officially come to the end of this interview session with Mrs. Helen Igwe, and we want to say thank you to everyone who has gotten to this point with us. And we would encourage that you follow, you like, and you share our post. You don't know, someone around you might need this sometime, somewhere. Thank you for staying with us.